moisture mixed up in our ear, some carbon and so on. But there's so many different interesting gases Hashem created, and we just walk through it, we breathe in, we breathe out. And I brought along today two really, really interesting and special gases today. And one you saw is like in this red tank, which is a little scary, and we'll get to it maybe at the end if we have time. And one I got here, which is in the blue tank. I don't hear myself.
A blue tank.
This is a blue tank. This is not, isn't the saying CO2. Well, CO2 does usually come in a blue tank. This is a little different than CO2. One of the interesting connections, CO2 is, by the way, kids at home, don't just let you know, some funny number name it's called. It's just blow out of your mouth and blow it into your hand. What's in your hand right now? Well, that's CO2, carbon dioxide. We don't need too much to breathe in ourselves. Well, somebody else needs it, and that's when we blow it out and somebody else grabs that ear, and that's the trees and grass all over. They breathe in our ear what we breathe out, and we breathe in what they breathe out, which is oxygen. So that's what we have, like a real big connection to grass and trees, and that's why it's important to go see the wonders of Hashem. We do have a connection. Hashem created us. We are really connected to each other.
And I believe we breathed out as poison, right?
It's not so poison. We don't want any gas that takes over our system, which means takes over our oxygen, is harmful. It's not poison. Carbon dioxide is not poison. Am I correct, Nissan?
Yeah. I want to say something very strange because somehow I learned sometimes in the free time, and I found in the Tikkunei Zohar, the Tikkunei Zohar, the book, and it said like this: "Vayi or." As I'm talking about the Tikkunei Zohar, talking about Sefer Bereshit, basically, or most likely in the first chapter of parshat. Vayi, and then the second word, Vayi avir. That they took the yud from the Vayi, one of the, and put it next to the vav, and it become avir. And I was stunned, and I said, you know what? This is exactly the photosynthesis process. Without the light, you don't have any oxygen. And it's amazing to see the Zohar HaKadosh talking about this Vayi or Vayi Avir. And that shows us so many things, they're talking about many other stuff, but really something that if people don't know what is photosynthesis is a process that the trees, the green trees, basically, when they have a light on it, the sunlight, create the oxygens. And that's why they call the green lands, every places they put the trees in the city. And the Amazon, they're cutting the trees, that they reduce the oxygen in the world. This is something that's very important. This is something that our Torah Kedosha telling us before ages, that here, just now, the scientists discovered this year.
Yes, our sages really knew a lot. I mean, I was learning Parshas Bereshis on many mefarshim, from the Ramban and the Kli Yakar Chaim HaKodesh, full of science. I mean, it's like full. So let me just show you a few differences of different types and talk about different types of gases that there are. Now I'm going to use invisible gases, which we cannot see. Last shows whoever saw liquid nitrogen is really nitrogen gas is invisible, but if you freeze it through a special process of compression, it turns into liquid. Now these gases that I have here are invisible, and I'm going to start off with one gas, and that's the gas that's in my body. And I'm going to blow up a balloon, simple thing, and that's going to take my gas, push it into a balloon, and close it up. So I got here a nice orange balloon. I don't know who can see, who can't see, but there's like a nice orange balloon filled with a gas which is coming out of my mouth, which is technically carbon dioxide. Not bad. It's a regular balloon, and if you can just, you throw it up, balloon has it doesn't really fly up like a ball. It doesn't land like a ball. It flies slowly through the air, and that's carbon dioxide in the air. So that's one balloon I have here. Now the second balloon I'm going to blow up now has some interesting properties over here, and this is called sulfur hexafluoride. Now, the air around us has a certain weight, The gas that I'm going to be using now weighs about 5 times as much as the air around us. So it's a very heavy gas, and it's really a mixture of a few gases, how they get to sulfur hexafluoride. They play around with it. So let's blow up this. It might make a little noise. Not bad. Don't be afraid over here, okay? You're not going to be blown away, and it's not harmful at all. That's it.
A little noise.
Was that good, no? All right. I'm just going to close up my tank over here just to keep as much gas as I can over here. Now, this gas is extremely, extremely heavy. And we're going to soon see what we can do with this gas. I'm just going to throw it up. You'll see how it flies right down. Different than a regular balloon. This takes time. This just goes right down. You can even try that.
If I did this on the Taka is heavy. It weighs like a pound.
This weighs.
If
You can try it,
put
sure.
something in there.
Yes, I put in gas, invisible gas. I'm just going to show you what there's inside. So we got here 2 different balloons. One weighs a lot, and one just is a regular balloon for my mouth. Now I have a third gas, and this is something really interesting. And I'm going to blow this third gas up right now. Let me see. Get my gas. And that's this red tank. As
the
you're
red
excited. Now red equals usually like fire. So yes, this is extremely flammable, extremely dangerous, and we're going to do it in a very safe way, as I have here a special way of blowing this up. And we're going to see in a second what this is. I see Moshe saying already helium, and that's nice.
helium.
We'll see in a second.
It's not helium.
We'll find out just in 1 minute what this is. Now, I like really to mix this with a drop of mine here, usually by the shows. I add some carbon dioxide. This time I'm just going to leave it plain from this gas tank. And listen, what is that? What's flammable? Which gas is flammable? Oxygen is not flammable. Oxygen. What they use for the rockets? Hydrogen. That's it. Good job. So I got here some hydrogen gas. No, hydrogen gas. Now, hydrogen, it's hydrogen. That's it. And we might see a pop in a second. We might see it here a pop in just a second. And that's not so bad. It should be fine.
You should have attached the string to that.
Yes, that's where I had my string prepared over here. Like I said, it might just give one little bust, but we should be fine over there. If you want, you can reach it down and just climb up. You should be fine. Just go up and just grab it down. You should be fine.
See, this show is not only scientific, it's also about gravity. Gravity is scientific. So yeah, we're trying, right now the red balloon went flying in the air, and we are trying to get it.
Good job.
This is a type of gas like helium, I believe, right?
Oh, so we're gonna get to that in just a second. So I'm gonna tie it this time up, like so this one shouldn't have to just climb. I brought along some string, but I was just a little too late. And tying up a string will keep that balloon over here without letting it fly up to the sky. Now, all of you, I'm sure the first thing you see, a balloon flying up, comes to mind, helium. This is not helium, this is hydrogen. Now, hydrogen gas is flammable.
Whatever, yeah.
Yes, it's made to shoot up rockets. You know, you hear the story. You ever see the picture of the rockets? There's like a bunch of like fireball shooting down.
So
and
that's
picking
hydrogen.
up. That's hydrogen gas, yes. So hydrogen gas,
So if I put a little hydrogen in me, I would be flying.
you'll be flying to
Okay.
the sky, I'm sure. So let's put this on the side over here, and that's our hydrogen balloon. So what's the difference between these 3 balloons, actually? Well, we have, like I said, 3 different gases.
One from my mouth.
Let's see really what's going on inside the balloons. I'd like to share some, and probably you're going to enjoy some. We're going to start off with our nice pink balloon, which is that heavy, heavy gas. Now, think about the sound of a person's mouth coming out. It's called waves, sound waves, and that's the way we hear our sound. It travels through. Now, imagine somebody blocks it completely. Well, no sound will come out, right? You can try, but no sound will come out. It has to follow those waves that it comes out.
It might sound like this.
Okay, now going back when I was a child, maybe I don't know how old you are, but when I was a child, Nissen will probably remember those tape recorders had a special
Yes, I
button
remember
which
those
was
tape recorders.
fast play and slow play. Now, if you pressed it on slow play, how did it sound? That's the way it
exactly like
sounded. And now if you put it on fast play, how did it sound?
It's sort of like chipmunks.
Yeah, sort of. So we're going to try and see what's going on in this heavy gas. I'll start off with a heavy gas now. And watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to eat some of it, okay? So let's take a little
And it's not
bite
dangerous
of
to
it.
eat it.
Like I said, it's a very heavy gas which tends to stay in the stomach without coming out so easily. So you got to watch not to take Nobody should ever try doing this at home. Do not ever take any gas that you don't know is safe in your stomach, even if someone told you to. Please, be safe. What I'm doing here, I've learned how to do it. So yes, I'm going to take some of it and... So I'm going to take some of it and inhale it, okay? Once I inhale it, this is a very heavy gas. It's going to make my waves, sound waves, very dense and very heavy, and it's going to be very hard for my sound to come out. Now watch how that sounds.
Welcome everybody to the J-Root Radio, and this is my sound now. Now
You sure
listen,
you're not a ventriloquist?
you did not change the sound of this radio show now, right? Is that true? Well, this makes my
No,
waves...
Nathan did not change it.
Well, this is really happening because it takes very long for my sound to come out through the waves. Now, it's a lot. Let's take some more. Let's taste how it goes.
I think yes, the Europe should try this.
Oh, wow, this is just phenomenal. And you always sound like a grandfather, you know, coming to his birthday party or something in school. It's really phenomenal. And Moshe, I think you want to taste some of it.
No, I don't want to try.
You don't? How about this? Do you want to taste some of it? Well, I'm going to try to do this a little differently so it'll be very easy for everyone here to inhale it because it's not so simple. The only problem is that it stays stuck in your stomach and I don't want to stay forever like this. So it's a very simple thing to do, and that is bend down, blow out.
Wow.
Inhale oxygen, and all of a sudden I sound pretty normal. I think so,
Pretty
right?
normal, yeah.
So we want...
back to normal.
I'm sure kids have seen in camp many head counselors inhale helium. Now, helium will make you sound very, very squeaky since it weighs so little as it flies up, so just like hydrogen. So it's very easy. It's being so easy to come out the sound.
It's like a fast
It's like a
forward
fast
button.
forward, yes, fast forward play. So that's what's helium. But helium is more safe since it keeps on going out. We don't want to take over our oxygen in our body. We need that oxygen, so it's not a healthy thing. Carbon dioxide, sulfur hexafluoride, helium gas, hydrogen gas, I don't care, you name it, it's not poison. There are poisonous gas, even if you just inhale it, you know, it can be really dangerous, like carbon monoxide, okay? That's poison gas, and chas v'shalom, you inhale it, we know that's poison. These are not poison gas, these are just gases that if it takes over the oxygen, that's a problem. So I'm just gonna try, maybe Moshe, maybe you want to taste some of it. I don't know, in the audience, it's pretty safe. So I'm gonna set up some interesting thing here on the table. And this is
Neeson says he loves these
loves
types
science.
of...
Yes, so here I'm sure we're going to want to try some of this. And I have here this nice, okay, let's just keep this down lower. I have this nice tank, fish tank over here. You can take that thing away. And I'm going to fill this fish tank up with this gas. I'm going to fill this up with this gas. And actually, now...
Are you going to be able to lift afterwards?
Oh. So the problem is, really, I like to do is, I don't have it over here. This, since it's so heavy, we can actually make things float in with this gas. That's how heavy this gas is. So let's try this by picking up my cover over here, just a little bit, sticking in this hose inside, all the way to the bottom, and now goes my thumb. We'll fill it up with...
And it won't crack the glass? It won't...
Okay, we should be fine now. We got a lot of gas stuck inside now. And once I got that stuck inside, I'm going to try.
I smelled the gas
now,
already.
This gas doesn't smell. No smell to it.
then
So
I don't smell
even
the
dream
gas.
about it. Don't make up stories in front of my show. Okay, no, just kidding. But we're just going to open up. Now it's really,
The only gas
really
that smells is carbon
heavy.
dioxide.
I'm just going to see if this
believe.
works. If you look carefully, we see here a balloon actually floating mid-ear.